guys, we have an urgent breaking news coming out. An update for US citizens. US Department of State is putting out this urgent information. Due to the heightened state of alert, please avoid and refrain from visiting all US Gov facilities in Trinidad and Tobago through the holiday weekend. All right, for those of you that don't know, this is close to Venezuela. This is really close to Venezuela. Is there a possibility that there could be some kind of imminent war? Let me show you the map really quick. So you have Trinidad and Tobago right here, and then you have Venezuela right there. So U.S. is sounding the alarm. The State Department sounding the alarm to all U.S. citizens. All right, to refrain from going to that region. Give me a second here. There we go. Let me go back to this news really quick. Once again, due to a heightened state of alert, please avoid and refrain from visiting all U.S. Gov facilities in Trinidad and Tobago through the holiday weekend. Now, actions to take. Avoid all U.S. Gov facility in those two regions. Be aware of your surroundings. Monitor reputable news outlets. U.S. citizens seeking travel to the U.S. must have a valid U.S. passport. Report any suspicious activity to local authorities. Please tell your U.S. citizen friends and family to sign up for Smart Traveler Enrollment Program so that they may receive these alerts and updates too. Wow. This is very, very concerning because, again, this is very close to Venezuela. I believe something is about to hit the fan pretty soon on this one here, guys. I want to show you something else really quick here. I just posted this video not too long ago. It's not gaining any views, but again, it's the platform. You guys already know how they're doing their stuff. The U.S. president deploys secretive night stalkers as Venezuela mobilizes millions of troops, raising fears of all-out war. So I'm going to leave this link in the comments box. You need to check this video out. 6.2 million militias has been activated. Venezuela just activated those militias, and now we're hearing this news about a very important update for U.S. citizens due to heightened state of alert. Avoid refraining from visiting all U.S. Gov facility in Trinidad and Tobago. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 U.S. Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you again for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. Security alert. U.S. Embassy Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. I think that's it. Pronounce it. Tobago, something like that. October 18, 2025. So once again, due to heightened state of alert, please avoid and refrain from visiting all U.S. Gov facility in those two regions through the holiday weekend. For those of you that don't know, it's Christmas over there. All right, they celebrate Christmas in October. All right, so Venezuela, I think they celebrate Christmas out there in October, if I'm not mistaken. Leave comments down below, guys. But I heard they celebrate Christmas in October. It was changed. I think Nicholas changed it and taught everyone out there you're going to be celebrating Christmas in October. Something about the economy and this and that. So actions to take. Avoid all U.S. Gov facility in Trinidad. Be aware of your surroundings. Monitor reputable news outlets. U.S. citizens seeking travel to the United States must have a valid U.S. passport. Report any suspicious activity to local authorities. Please tell your friends, U.S. citizens, friends, and family to sign up, and we already know that. All right, so this is a very concerning news here, guys. You're gonna sound the alarm because of a holiday? There's more than just holiday here, guys. I believe there's gonna be a huge war. That's the reason why you had the admiral. Admiral. He resigned. And just again, keep your eyes open with all these, all these movements. Give me 1 second here, guys. It says here, Saturday advertisement. It says here, beyond Gov facilities, the embassy also recommend that U.S. citizens stay informed by monitoring reputable news outlets and use their smart traveler enrollment program accounts to receive real-time update and alert about the potential changes in the security situation. It says, what should travelers do right now? In response to this alert, the embassy has issued several travel advisory steps that should be, I truly apologize, that should be followed to ensure safety while visiting Trinidad and Tobago. Once again, avoid all U.S. Gov facility. Travelers are instructed steer clear of U.S. embassy buildings and consulate. Also, there was a report that they found devices or something like that in Venezuela, the U.S. embassy. I mean, there's some stuff that is coming out, guys. Very concerning news. All right, so once again, travelers are instructed to steer clear of U.S. embassy buildings and consulate to prevent unnecessary exposure to potential risk. Visitors should plan their route and activity accordingly to avoid these locations. Stay aware of your surroundings, whether exploring the vibrant street of Port of Spain or the scenic beaches of Tobago. Being vigilant is crucial. Visitors should pay attention to local surroundings, avoid crowded or high-risk areas, and follow local authorities' guidance if the security situation escalates. Now, they're basically telling everyone to turn on notifications and download the app, the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. Also, report suspicious activity. If you see something, say something. It says here, if travelers see anything out of the ordinary, it's essential to report it to local authorities immediately, whether in transit or at a tourist attraction. Being proactive in reporting unusual activity can prevent escalation. Once again, prepare for potential travel disruption. With the heightened security measures, flight delays or route changes could occur. Travelers planning to leave Trinidad and Tobago should ensure the travel documents are up to date and prepare for any potential changes in flight schedule. U.S. citizens should have a valid U.S. passport when traveling to the United States. This is very important stuff here. So, in other words, they're telling U.S. citizens, you got to leave. You got to get out of here. You see all these ships? Again, you don't want to be in the way. It says here, how does this affect your holiday travel? We're going to skip a lot of this stuff here. It is important to note that the holiday season in Trinidad and Tobago is a vibrant time for tourism with cultural event, festival, and parties. filling the calendar. Despite the security alert, visitors can still experience the island's rich culture, amazing food, and lively atmosphere by adjusting their travel plans to avoid the affected areas. Additionally, local authorities are working to ensure that tourists remain safe, and many of the country's key tourist spots, such as Maracas Bay and Pigeon Point, remain open. However, visitors are encouraged to stay in communication with their hotels or tour operators for the latest information about the local situation. Why is this alarm alert important for travelers? In foreign destination, even the most routine travel experiences could be impacted by security alert, especially when unexpected risks emerge. You know, they mention everything from holidays and all these events, but they failed to mention one thing: war. I mean, not too far from Trinidad, you got all them U.S. warships. Trinidad, again, resident, they could just look, you know, out there, at the beach. They could just see all the U.S. Ships out there with a telescope. Every year there's a holiday, but this is the first time I think they put out the travel advisory warning for U.S. citizens. Adhering to Gov warnings and staying informed is a proactive approach to ensuring their safety while abroad. This travel alert emphasizes the need to always be prepared for the unexpected and to adjust travel plans as required. The embassy warning also highlights the importance of communication with local authorities and fellow travelers to stay ahead of any changes in a security situation. Hmm. I'm not seeing anything else here, but like I said, guys, this is very close to. Give me a second here. The U.S. Embassy's secret warning for travelers in Trinidad and Tobago. 5 urgent steps you can't afford to miss. Once again, guys, let me show you the map really quick here. Venezuela capital, Caracas, Trinidad, right here. And all this area is the U.S. ships. All this area is the U.S. ship. So the U.S. State Department is putting out a warning travel because of holidays or because something is coming. Venezuela. Also, there's some stuff going on in Guyana too. So there was some stuff going on there. You can't forget, guys. You have where is it? It was Colombia. Oh, Colombia is again. President Gustavo is also protecting Venezuela. So these two are basically allies, and they are basically they got these regions deployed with soldiers. Um, yeah. So I believe this is more than just a holiday. U.S. Department of State is putting out the information. I believe it's a lot more than just a holiday. Someone left a comment. Agenda Free TV fan run community. Okay, so whoops. I wonder if this is a false notification to trick the Venezuelan regime into spending more money and time on troop emplacement. Someone says it's totally normal stuff. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it shouldn't be a concern unless there's something else. So they all blaming the U.S. This is your fault because you're hitting the boats. Um, I'm reading the comments. A lot of people just blaming the U.S. for stuff that's going on in that region, like concerning situation. They blaming the U.S. This is your guys' fault. You guys are taking out boats. Um, all right, so I guess this is all of it here. I just wanted to share this information, but I just feel like it's a lot more than just holidays. Give me a second here. Yeah, I'm not saying anything else here, guys. But I'm going to keep you updated when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Once again, please be safe out there. Multiple states are getting hit right now with some storm. I wouldn't say catastrophic, but there's been an urgent tornado warning issued. And again, severe thunderstorm going on out there in multiple states. I think it's like 5 or 7 states, something like that. 50 million Americans has been placed on alert. So we are praying for a lot of Americans out there. All right, so yeah, this is all of it here. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share the video. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.